Hey everyone, my name is Patrick Spielman. I'm the founder at Upticks. First of all, thank you for checking out this video and how to use a reverse sales funnel plus sales automation to win customers a lot faster. And this isn't going to be your typical video where I wait till the end to reveal everything and then try to upsell you on something. Everything you want or need access to, if you don't want to watch this video, is down below. If you want access to this document I'm going to go over and explain the reverse sales funnel, it's down below. If you want access to a little bit more detail, we have these listed in one of my courses. And of course, Upticks is a sales automation software that I built, and we're an early stage startup. So I'm not going to sit around and wait till the end to tell you exactly what I'm selling. At the end of the day, I've got a software that's my main focus, but I've developed a lot of tools and resources to help with outbound sales and prospecting. So a little bit about my background. I started my first business, which was part of a franchise organization, Sculpture Hospitality, about 8 years ago. I grew that business into a top 20 franchise within 3 years and a top 10 franchise within 4 years. And it was number one and number two in business growth year over year, with about 300 franchisees in the system, and they're around over 30 years. So I grew that business really, really fast. Extremely hard business to grow. We were selling to bar owners door to door. With that success, I actually started an outbound sales and prospecting company called Lead Engine a few years back. And what we did there is we did outbound sales and prospecting for other B2B businesses. So we booked them appointments to try to generate sales for them. And we did that utilizing LinkedIn, utilizing cold email, cold calling, SMS, email marketing, the whole nine. Anything that we could do to generate sales appointments for the business, for that business, we did it. And ultimately, that led me to wanting to develop a software to make that process easier. So we were focusing mostly on cold leads. And it's really hard to take a lead from being cold to being really hot, and especially when you're dealing with multiple businesses. And so what I ultimately decided to do, and I came up with this process called what I call a reverse sales funnel, where doing cold lead generation actually is the last part of the process. So what I'd like to talk you through is this reverse sales funnel, and I'll show you the diagram here in just a second, show you how you can get access to that, show you how it can get you access to pre-built sequences and all that kind of stuff, and how you can get access to the Upticks platform, which will help you basically operate this entire process. So this is going to be a pretty quick video. I'm not going to make it a really long thing. If you want more information, just check out below, check out Upticks, check out the learning center that we have. We've got a lot of resources. I've got a lot of content on YouTube, so feel free to check any of that stuff out. All right, so without further ado, let's get into it. So here's the reverse sales funnel. Like I said, we focus on cold leads last because of what I learned with my sales agency, which, by the way, I grew to almost $1 million in revenue within 14 months. So the reverse sales funnel is where you actually focus on your existing customers first. I know this sounds weird, but if you can focus on your existing customers first and ultimately reach out to them, build in automated kind of touch points with them, just checking in, seeing how they're doing, maybe provide some upsell opportunities, maybe provide some referral opportunities. The first step in this process that you should be doing is really focusing on your existing customers, adding value to them, and just keeping your face in front of them as much as possible. From there, you're going to move into doing basically the same thing with former customers. So just because they're not a current customer anymore does not mean that they won't come back. And it's the easiest way to start a conversation, aside from your existing customers, is somebody that you've done business with in the past. So all the things that I said with current customers apply essentially to former customers. Then we're going to get into maybes. Anyone that you've had a sales meeting with who wasn't quite ready to say yes and maybe give you a maybe. I call these people, or I call this where you get stuck in the friend zone with people. And so these are people that just gave you a maybe. Maybe, at some point. Essentially, you're going to do the same thing that you're doing with customers and former customers. You're maybe going to change up your messaging a little bit, but you're going to try to add value. You're going to touch base with them every so often. And you just want to stay in front of them, because just because they sort of strung you along and didn't move forward doesn't mean that they're not going to have a need in the future. So once you've deployed that campaign, and these are all campaigns, all separate campaigns, customers, former customers, maybes, then you're going to move into the not interesteds. So this is a little bit colder, of course, than the previous three. So these are people that actually told you no. But obviously you're in sales and you know just as well as I do, sometimes no means no for now. And so the same principles apply. You just want to stay in front of people, make sure that they know that you exist, and touch base with them every so often. Give them some value, keep them informed on, promotions or, different things that you might have going on, just to stay in front of them. From there, you're going to launch some referral campaigns. You're going to reach out to people who you network with really well and try to build a mutual relationship to pass business back and forth. So this is getting into a little bit more cold lead generation, but if you think about it, it's a really easy way to approach somebody because you have something in common with each other, and that's that you both want to grow your business. So if you find that person and find several people that you can work well with and you can pass business back and forth, it's really easy to approach these people. It's not really a cold lead. It is, but you almost are never going to get a no unless your product or your service that you're doing, they just maybe don't see the mutual benefit. But it's usually pretty easy to grab a coffee or hop on a Zoom call with these people just to see if you have some cohesiveness and being able to pass business back and forth. Once you've launched these 5 campaigns, from there you can start getting into cold lead generation. And that's with getting a list of leads, cold calling, cold emailing, stuff like that. This isn't going to be a training on cold lead generation. This is all really to just say that cold leads, although you can have a lot of them, which is why I have this box bigger than this box. Typically, you've got access to more cold leads than you do existing customers. So you can pump out a lot of volume, but the more volume you do, typically the less personal it is. And the more personal that you can make your outreach, usually the better conversion rates that you're going to have. So once you're done with those first 5 campaigns, the cold leads are what you can move into next. So that's the reverse sales funnel. And I learned that again through my years in service-oriented businesses and direct response sales, that literally going door to door and figuring out that cold leads usually aren't going to yield you the best results right away. They can get you results and you can really grow your business with them, but it's always best to focus on your best relationships early on. So in terms of the reverse sales funnel, if you want a little bit more information, there's a link down below. I'll link to this chart as well, but there's also a link down below to our learning platform at learn.upticks.io. I've got a few courses in here. Specifically, this is a sales accelerator course. I've got other articles and know-how, pretty much anything that I've learned over the course of time. Well, not everything, but a lot of things. So there's a structured process in here. The 6 campaigns I just talked to you about are right here. And then I've got 5 different outbound prospecting methods and some sales management techniques and stuff like that to manage your sales team. So again, if you want access to this report, you can get access to it. It's pretty simple. If you want to get access to the learning system, it's learn.upticks.io down below. But lastly, the way we help automate this process as much as humanly possible is we use our sales automation platform, Upticks. And it's a soft CRM, but it really helps you segment your lead list and drive the bus in terms of sending emails, scheduling manual tasks, the whole 9. It's really the sequential side of the sales process is what Upticks does really well. You can literally get our platform set up in minutes as opposed to hours to usually picking up these systems. So when you sign up, you're going to get access to a free trial. As you set up your account, we're going to give you free credits to some of the other paid features within the platform, such as the phone system, the SMS, power dialing, and email validations. So you're going to be able to connect your inbox, your email, whatever email provider you're using, you can do that. You can set up your email signature. You can set up your email validation. We utilize Zero Bounce. It's a native integration. You don't need to do anything or sign up on anything. You can get a phone number. You can record your custom voicemail. You can upload your contacts, whether they're contacts, companies, deals, doesn't really matter. You just click this button here. And then if you have other apps, you can connect with Zapier. There's over 3,000 other apps. We use Zapier to automate some other processes. We have pre-built Zaps, or you can build custom Zaps. But really the power behind our platform, of course, is our sequencing. So once you've done all that setup, and literally it takes minutes, you can start building a sequence. And we've made it even easier within our builder to launch sequences by including 8 pre-built sequences. And you might have guessed it, but some of the reverse sales funnel campaigns are actually pre-built in here as well. So you can launch those reverse sales funnel campaigns in the system really, really easily. All you got to do is launch that sequence, click on one of these campaigns, and we've got a couple other ones, and go through the sequence process. You can customize these. So this comes with all the email copy, everything that you need to get going. All you got to do is click edit, and you can edit some of the fill in the blanks, as I call it. So you just got to edit it, and you can customize it. You can drag and drop some of this stuff, move, change orders, whatever you want to do with it, you can do with it. The next step from there is just to set up when you want this campaign to run, Monday through Friday, whatever you might want it, the times of the day, who the emails are getting sent from, and you can list any maximum limits on number of enrollments per day or number of emails that get sent per day. Next, you're going to enroll your leads into the sequence. So there's a couple different ways you can do it. One, you can filter your list. So with the uploaded list of leads that you've added, you can add any sort of filter that you have. So the more data you have, the better. Let's just say you are launching a cold campaign. You can filter for whatever lead status you might have. You can select whatever leads and then just add those. On the other side, if you want to enroll a lot of leads and you have lead lists already built in here, we have what's called a smart list. So once you upload your leads, you can segment your lists any way you want, and they automatically update as things happen in the system, like lead status is changing and all that kind of stuff. But it's super, super easy to do that. Let's just say I want an entire list of leads added into the auto enrollment, which means you don't have to do anything. I'll go filter my leads, say they're cold leads. I can save that as a list. I'll just call this cold leads. And I'm going to save it as an active list. There's some definitions here, but we've got some really robust types of leads. I hit save, and those leads will automatically get enrolled into this process. So you can do that for any type of lead you want. From there, you're just going to preview your sequence and make sure everything looks okay. And then you're going to hit this little launch button, and that's it. So I hope this video was really helpful. We'd really love if you'd check out the Upticks platform. We have a 14-day free trial. You can get access to that very, very easily down below. We've made the onboarding process extremely, extremely easy by being able to launch a campaign literally in minutes with the step-by-step setup process, plus the pre-built sequences and templates that we have in the system. And of course, if you want to apply the fundamentals from that reverse sales campaign, then check out our course and our sales accelerator at learn.upticks.io. And you can always check out the image here for our reverse sales funnel. So I hope you got some value out of this. Please check us out. We'd really appreciate it. If you have any questions, feel free to let us know. All right, so that's all I have for today. Appreciate you checking this video out, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks.